Okay, welcome guys. In today's video, we are talking about alcohol consumption. We have to see the effects of alcohol consumption on human health. Now, in alcohol consumption, there is moderate consumption of alcohol and there is excess consumption of alcohol. Now, when we look at the moderate consumption of alcohol, we notice that it is beneficial for our health, and the excess consumption of alcohol is harmful to our health. Now, alcohol is supposed to be consumed by humans above 21 years old and not less than 21 years. Okay, and then for females, they are supposed to consume highest of one bottle of alcohol, or what we call one bottle of beer a day. While for men it is highest of two bottles. This just for the reason that the female and the male systems are totally different. Now, what are some of those beneficial aspects of consuming moderate alcohol? The first thing is that it reduces the risk of getting diabetes. Why? Because alcohol or the beer that we drink or the wine, they don't contain sugar that will increase our blood sugar levels such a way that we can develop diabetes. That is one aspect. Second, alcohol reduces the risk of developing and dying of heart diseases. It also reduces the risk of getting a stroke. That same stroke is gotten when the arteries that supplies blood to our brain are narrower, and so only little amount of blood is being sent to the brain, and in that case we can say that our brain is malnourished. So alcohol now help to dilate those arteries that supply blood to the brain so that the brain will be nourished properly and for proper understanding and reasoning. Those are the points we have for beneficial aspects of consuming moderate alcohol. Now let's look at the harmful effects of consumption of excess alcohol. First, we'll notice that alcohol, we've even noticed that when we consume alcohol, we urinate so much. I don't know if we have ever asked ourselves why we urinate so much when we drink even one bottle of alcohol. Why is this so? Because alcohol stops the sodium mechanism in the kidney that helps to absorb water from our kidney tubules to circulate in our blood. That same alcohol also stops the release of antidiuretic hormone, which also help to reabsorb that water in our kidneys. Now, when alcohol go and stop all these mechanisms, what happen? Increase urination. In that sense, we are said to dehydrate because all the water that our large intestines we reabsorb from the food we consume, that have to go and maintain the osmotic potential in our body for our body to work properly. All that water like that will not be reabsorbed into the blood, but from the kidney they will pass direct and will send it out as urine. That is one effect of alcohol. And then you notice that this dehydration may cause our cells now to be flaccid. When our cells will lose so much water, they will die. Now that is one effect of consumption of the excess alcohol. What happens again during this excess alcohol? It causes what? Neurological problems. A neuron, that is from the words neuron, before we develop neurological problems. You notice that when people consume alcohol, or those who consume until they are drunk, when you even pinch them, they don't get it again. When they fall down, they don't even feel the pains. Why? Because it have stopped the there is relation reflex action mechanisms in our body. Why? Because when someone pinches you, your neurons will have to carry all those informations to the cerebral hemisphere where we interpret it, and then your brain will tell you that this is what has happened. But when you consume now excess alcohol, it stop all those mechanisms. Another point is it stops the cerebellum of the brain, which controls balance in our body. The cerebellum of the brain controls balance. But when you consume alcohol, it goes and interfere with the cerebellum. That is why when you drink 1 or 2 bottles of beer or in excess, you cannot even stand again. You cannot maintain your balance again, because that cerebellum that controls balance has been interfered, or has been the function have been disrupted because of excessive consumption of alcohol. Another point is that it damages our liver. You know that the liver is that internal organ which carries out all the metabolic activities taking place in our body. All the food that we consume must first of all pass through the liver for detoxification, so that the liver will destroy all those small substances that may interfere with our body's metabolism. Now, alcohol now in our liver we undergo a certain reaction, and then it will produce acid aldehyde, which will then damage our liver. In that case, we will start having problems in metabolism. The ammonia which is being excreted, breaking down by the liver and excreted, will be the functions will be stopped. And once our liver is damaged, it means we are already dead. Then still in the kidney, we notice that over dehydration now in our body may result to kidney stones. That is why doctor will always advise us that we should drink enough of water, because accumulation of a certain chemical which is called acetone in our liver will result to kidney stone. Now, all these situations, how can we really know that our body is about to be damaged, or we are in risk of consumption of excess alcohol? We may first of all notice swellings in our legs and our ankles. Swelling, it will not be as it was before, and that will not be as a result that you are not making sport, but it would be because of consumption of excess alcohol. Now, swelling again of the abdomen. We've all noticed that those who consume excess alcohol, they usually have big stomach. Swelling of the abdomen because of accumulation of fluid in our abdomen, it will cause our abdomen to swell. Some other people will be having what? Yellow skin. Some will have whitish eyes. All those things are symptoms to tell us that you are at the risk of consumption of excess alcohol. So our brothers and sisters and our parents, if you have watched this video, you will know how to control the alcohol consumption. It is more better to drink wine than to drink beer that we see. Why? Because wine, especially the red wine, is more beneficial. The alcohol content of the red wine, it is more and more beneficial. And I will also advise people not to consume juice a lot. Why? Because drinking about 3 or 4 bottles of juice in a day is consuming a packet of sugar. As a youth, you may think you are healthy, but growing up, you will develop diabetes. That is why it is noticed that children hardly get diabetes, because at that stage their system is still functioning. But when you are growing, your metabolic activities are declining, and excess consumption of the sugar or of glucose will result to diabetes. Thank you very much, guys, for watching this video, and I will beckon you to stay tuned and updated for the coming videos. Please don't forget to share, subscribe, like, and even comment. Thanks very much.